perhaps. I think he'd be lucky to get three,
but
two decent laps.
Again, the tyres, if you're pushing, are they going to last that anyway? I think these softer tyres here are made for racing. They're not made for qualifying, they're made for racing. So there's every chance of 2 laps on a track like this with the asymmetric tyres could get you in 2 fast laps.
Ruxlow, Carol Abram, they're all out now. Well, as I say, turn the kettle off. This is going to be exciting. Lorenzo, I think he thought his afternoon's work was over. Got to say, I think wherever he ends
basically, Juan Martinez, his yes/no answer. Spot on, wasn't he?
Well, you know, when you say yes and no, the chances are that you are going to be right, aren't you? He's always like that in F1. We'll get an answer out of him one day.
Casey Stoner pushing hard as he goes around the Osnabrücken corner, round into the Strubben. When he comes out of here comes the first split, and we get the first idea of the kind of pace he's running. Soft rear, hard front in for the reigning world champion Stoner after a big crash this morning. And, well, he's fastest he's been through there, but wouldn't see him move up so far on the grid. And he's got a couple of riders just in front of him.
Down into a Steckenval for Casey Stoner. Coming up to Debult, the left-hander. This is where he crashed this morning in the wet.
Hector Barbara was just sitting up, allowing Stoner through. Sunshine alert at Assen as they come through Mandevane. And
sun glinting on the fairings.
Stoikersloot corner now for Casey Stoner. 3rd gear through there. Quick shift.
He is trying very hard, Stoner.
Well, this is where he is strong, coming back towards them. Look, he's just gone fastest through the 3rd split, unbelievably. And we know that he's strong in this last sector on track. Into the Rams hook, 4th gear for Casey Stoner, reigning world champion, just over 3 minutes to go. Heading up towards the final chicane. He's currently 9th on the grid. Where will Stoner start tomorrow's Dutch TT?
Hold your breath as Casey Stoner done it. He's crossing the line. He's on the front row, 3rd fastest, and with at least another lap to go.
At least 2 more laps to go for Stoner, but can he push that hard throughout the whole remainder of this session? He's pushing. Look at how dark it is. They were the clouds that have just passed over. We're on board with Jorge Lorenzo, currently in 2nd place. Every chance we're going to see a change at the top. The most dramatic 3 minutes we're going to have had this season during qualifying. Stoner's just leapt from 9th to 3rd, but everyone is out on track and everyone's trying to go even quicker. Stoner has just gone through the first split, 0.17 quicker than anyone.
This is Lorenzo through the Strubben corner, where he was brought down by Marco Simoncelli last year, onto the back straight, down towards the feed slag. He'll be through the first split any moment now.
And he has gone quicker as well, just like Casey Stoner. Stoner's quicker through the 2nd, 0.3 up Casey Stoner. He's really got the bit between his teeth.
Now, can Jorge Lorenzo do something about it? Yes, he can.
He can,
Lorenzo goes top again.
But Lorenzo's weaker in the 3rd and 4th splits, whereas Stoner seems to get stronger in that 3rd split. It'll be interesting to see Stoner as he comes through. He's nearly half a second up through the 3rd split now. He is on a mission here, Casey Stoner. Wow.
Oh, we're going to miss him, aren't we? We're going to miss him.
Just because he can produce something out of nothing.
Into the chicane then for the world champion.
Lorenzo's picked up even more time through that 3rd split, but Stoner goes through, goes top, 1:33.7. That is almost a second quicker than anyone else has been this weekend.
I don't think Lorenzo's going to get anywhere near that. Lorenzo's still on that front row. He's 3rd fastest. Crosses the line now. Lorenzo goes up into 2nd place.
Into 2nd, but half a second down on Stoner, more or less. Speed improves, stays in 4th. Danny Pedrosa is the one to watch, but because of that lap time from Stoner now, his time's all knocked back. Can he make something up, though, in this final split? It's a long split, remember, 30 seconds worth of track, so you really can make up time. And it's all about carrying the speed all the way through. Stoner sat up. That's the end of his session. So this is going to be the benchmark. There'll be one more lap after this from Pedrosa. He goes back in front of Lorenzo. Just a 10th outside Stoner.
40 seconds remaining. Can anybody knock Casey Stoner off pole position?
Pedrosa off track. That's the end of his session. So Stoner's done. Pedrosa is done. But Lorenzo's just gone fastest through the 2nd split. Oh, crusher. Alvaro Bautista's gone down. He's okay, walking away. Braddle's just got into 5th place. 2nd row of the grid for the German. And that would be his best qualifying of the season by far.
Lorenzo fastest through the first 2 splits. It's his vital 3rd split.
I think it's all about the last split for him coming through the 3rd sector. 3rd split when he goes through 5th gear through the Mervenmeer. He's still up, but we saw how strong Stoner was coming home.
Last chance saloon for the championship leader. The checkered flag is out. Can Jorge Lorenzo pinch pole position from Stoner?
Into the chicane, right, left for Jorge Lorenzo. Crosses the line now on exit. Wheelers as he comes through. Stays 3rd, improves his time, but he's in 3rd, and that looks set to be your 1, 2, 3 for tomorrow's grid here in Assen. Where has Stoner plucked that one from? Crutchlow goes into 4th and heads up row 2 provisionally. Spies is done in 5th. Dovizioso on the 3rd row. He's not going to improve. He's crossed and taken the checkered flag. What about Valentino Rossi?
Well, Rossi's struggling a little bit at the moment, currently in 11th. This is his last chance. Behind him is Stefan Bradl, who's going extremely well in
Bradl
6th.
could sneak onto the front row here if he keeps this going. This is amazing. He's following Valentino Rossi around on the lap, getting all the markers just right, can try and just cheat a little bit in terms of on the break. He can see where Rossi does it and go that little bit later. Here comes Bradl across the start-finish line. Bradl goes 4th and just misses out on the front row.
And Rossi in 10th place. We're nearly there. Well, we are there, aren't we? Stoner, Pedrosa, Lorenzo, that's your front row. Bradl, Crutchlow, Spies, Dovizioso, Bautista despite the crash, and Nicky Hayden. And the 4th row, Rossi, Barbara and De Punier.
Well, that burst into life, didn't it?
It certainly did burst into life. Brilliant stuff. God, just shows how the weather can change here dramatically.
Tropical down there now, Ian, isn't it?
The sun's cracking the flags down here now, but I have to say, you know, even though it's sunny, that is an incredible couple of laps by Casey Stoner. And believe me, it was Casey Stoner's speed that pushed everybody else to start pushing, because I think without him, they'd have been happy just to see out this qualifying session.
Yes, yeah.
You write him off at your peril. Okay, he's done that in qualifying, 1 lap. He still knows, I reckon, that race pace isn't quite there. That's on a softer tyre. What's it going to be like on the tyre he wants to use in the race? That's the big question mark. As we saw at Silverstone last time out, okay, he qualified 3rd there, was leading though for much of the race, and then in the latter stages, Lorenzo able to pounce.
Everybody thought the qualifying session was over, that the rain had set in. We got a brief break in the clouds, the sun shone, and Casey Stoner grabbed that Honda by the scruff of the neck. That is an impressive lap, a record breaker, 33.7, a second faster than the late Marco Simoncelli, who had pole for this race last year.
Yeah, different capacity this season, but just phenomenal when you think that delay, possibility of dampness out on the curbing, but for Stoner to go out in anger and pull that lap off, and I'm sure a part of that had something to do with it, but wow, whatever other small changes they made, you would say black and white, just a massive difference.
Best lap times we'd seen until qualifying were mid